So the new album is due out, and there's been a lot of talk about your transition from Electro Heart through to Fruit. So what were you hoping to achieve with the new album?
I think just to, in terms of media anyway, just have more emphasis on craft and songwriting as opposed to the kind of surface layer stuff which is very common with women in pop. So yeah, that's been one of my main aims and what I've been interested in talking about.
With this album, you've gone much more maybe away from the electric side of things and more focusing on, again, getting a lot of instrumentation on there and, again, more in-depth songwriting. Was that important to you?
Yeah, this time around, I mean, I love electronic production and I love pop music. I find it really interesting, but I think this time it was very much a natural decision to have a more human feel on the records, and that was evident from the start. Like when I started producing stuff, I was using electronic drum beats and I was like, everything sounds a bit shit. So I think I need a live drummer. So my producer knew Jason Cooper from The Cure, and he ended up doing all of the drums on the record, and then I started to see what direction I wanted to go in, and for example, that I wanted live guitars across the whole record. So
with Electro Heart, you had highlighted the issues there with perception of women and the image, and the whole feminism issue is something that's really come to the fore lately in acting and in different areas of the arts. Do you think it's important that high-profile people, again, like Patricia Arquette at the Oscars, are speaking out about these issues?
Definitely, because if they do, like, they're in such a rare position. And to a degree myself, where we can be a voice piece for certain ideas, and for me that's what popular culture should be. It should be used to express ideas that are perhaps controversial or provocative, or just are not talked about enough, are kind of unspoken. So that's what I use music for, and that's what originally attracted me to making music. It was actually nothing about loving music or even being a good singer. It was just about communicating ideas.
And one of the big, I suppose, controversies in music in the last week has been a lot of the festival lineups for the likes of Reading. They've released the posters with all the male acts taken out. And when you're looking at it, it's a bit shocking. So is that something that you find yourself from someone who's within the industry? Do you think the opportunities are there? Do you think there is a bias towards male artists when it comes to those lineups?
Yes. I mean, also you see it with magazine covers like NME. Hello NME, when are you going to put a female on the front cover? It's like, yeah, I know they do occasionally do it, but occasionally is not enough. There are loads of female musicians. It's not about doing it because you need to have an equal amount of male and female. It's like, if music's good, then you just put whoever is good on the cover. But there are so many good female musicians. It's just like, I don't get it. Males like looking at females, so you're not going to lose any readership. No one's making any money anyway out of publications. What are you doing? So yeah, I see that across the board sometimes, in terms of the kind of mix of men and women. But yeah, more women need to form bands and create more music. As a female musician, as soon as there's any glimmer that you might have potential to be big, it's almost like A, there's a huge focus on how the girl looks. And B, that will dictate what the record label think her music should be like. So for me, because I have the potential to look very pop and like do all that kind of like red carpet stuff, it's like, why should that dictate that I have to make contemporary music? It's bullshit, really.
And have you used your image in that way to take back that power? Because you've very much taken control and with your different albums and decided this is the look that I'm going to go for, and I'm going to...
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit... it's an interesting topic because I love just creating an image. It's not about like looking beautiful or like, what people think of me, because I know like how I look without all of that fat, and I look like a 12-year-old boy. So I genuinely do. I look really masculine without makeup, but I don't care. It's just because I put a lot of effort into that, because I just love creating a visual or a visual world to accompany the music.
And you were at the Brits this year. There was a lot of controversy over various different things, but Madonna's Big Fall was one of the big ones. And a lot of time today, people are kind of saying, was it a big publicity stunt? Nah. Was it not? What do you reckon?
Shit, maybe you're right. I didn't think about that. Madonna, you're a genius. Oh my God, what if it was? Well, because when it happened, so everyone in the arena, like, we didn't realise that it happened. Like, no one went, like, I thought it was a dance move.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, look at that sick fall. Like, she really just completely owned that.
Maybe she did. Maybe she's been practicing that choreography for all week.
To be honest, though, she's such a perfectionist as a performer that I don't think she would plan that. She wouldn't want a fall, you know, just for the sake of people talking. But she's a true gem. She's a real professional. I love her.